What is going on, guys? Then here back with another video for you. With today we have 66 tips for 66 brawlers in Brawlers. I've been wanting to make some video about this for a while now, and I'm happy I got it done today. So let's go. Starting off with Shelly, we have her super. Now this is something that I see a lot, and people don't use the super. Sorry, people don't use their super because they're, I guess, afraid that they're not close enough to brawlers. It's okay to use the super far away, especially if the brawler is low health, of course. And this also applies for 2 attacks. With large attacks, you can just, charge your super very quickly and keep going. Next up, we have Trophy Road, of course. We have Nita. Nita is a big threat when Bruce is on the map. So make sure you're close to Bruce, because especially if you have their star powers, it could be a menace if you just have Nita and Bruce at the same time, very close enough. You can deal brawlers, push them back, and it works out pretty well. Next up is Cold. We have the gadget and supers who got affected a lot by unbreakable walls, but Colt is especially a pretty good brawler. I think he got a buff recently, I'm not too sure, but if that's the case, if he actually got it, he's been used a lot lately, not that much, but pretty good. And you have to improve your aim, because Colt especially is one of the hardest brawlers to control, because he's just very hard to hit attacks with. So make sure to practice with your aim in the training cave, and practice your super and everything. Learn the mechanics, especially the silver bullet gadget is pretty good in some occasions. Bull cannot break open all of the walls, which is good in some ways but also bad. What do I mean by this? Let me explain. Good because he can stay away from other brawlers and use the walls as protection, but bad because he can't get close to brawlers and finish off the kills that you need. So make sure to know when and when not to use your super and break open those walls. Those walls that are left, which are not unbreakable walls, you have to use them for protection, and be sure to leave some of them in the map. For Brock, you need to know how much ammo you need to kill certain brawlers in close range. You never know what could happen, really. Anything could happen in a match. So if a brawler comes out of nowhere and you're playing as Brock, you need to know how much ammo you need to kill him. Like, imagine if it's a tank, and you need a lot of ammo for that, you can't kill him. But if it's a low health brawler, you use your ammo, not much. And I would recommend practicing in training cave as well as Colt, as like I said, to see how much damage he can do with all of their ammo, all 4 of them. And if not, then just 2, maybe 3, maybe even 1, which with his gadget also. Primo is one of the brawlers that benefited a lot from the unbreakable walls, and I believe he got a buff to his super damage, which is even better for him. But the tip I have for you for Primo is, don't be afraid to take damage from enemy brawlers, just to charge your super. Again, Primo can charge her super while taking hits, which is, perfect. Just be sure to don't die, of course, and be aware of your health. And if you have to, just retreat, go back to your zone, get some health, and then go in. The tip I have for you barley mains out there is to be a little bit aggressive, not too much, of course. Make sure to stay behind walls, unbreakable walls if you can, that would be even better. But yeah, be aggressive, push brawlers back, push them towards your teammates where they can actually deal damage as well to them. And yep, of course, control zones. He has a very, not that big of a wide area of attack, but it's still pretty good to control some zones. Next up is Poco. Make sure to hit a lot of enemies at the time, maybe 2 or 3 if you can, but especially because you can charge up your super very quickly like this, instead of just doing 1 of them, which takes a couple of time. So if you can hit 2 or 3, the whole team if you can, of course, make sure to do it. Charge up your super if you need it. You will need it. Rosa can deal a lot, and a lot of damage when she has the super against the two brawlers at the same time, because the super is just amazing. It blocks a lot of attacks, it makes the enemy brawlers deal less damage, so make sure to hit a lot of enemies at the same time. 2 is the recommended amount of enemies, not 3, because 3 is just, it could be dangerous in some situations if the super runs out. But yeah, Rosa can want me to just a lot of brawlers. Just make sure to don't go against a high DPS brawler, and you should be good. Just make sure you have your super. And with that, that's all of the rare brawlers. Now moving on into the super rare brawlers. The tip that I have for you guys for Jessie is to use your turret defensively if you have to. And of course, in some heist maps, it's more recommended. You know how the turret can deal a lot of damage to the enemy safe. Use the turret defensively if you have to. Don't worry, you can charge up your super again and keep going. So yeah. Up next is Dynamite, who benefited a lot from unbreakable walls and one of the best brawlers in some maps again. But the tip I have for you is to properly aim your attacks and supers. It can be sometimes very difficult to hit enemy brawlers, so you practice your aiming skills. Tick is a brawler which is very good in certain things, controlling zones because of his attacks. But the tip that I have for you is very important. You need to make the damage with Tick's head. Tick's head deals a lot of damage, and extra damage with its head. It's amazing. So make sure to drop the head close to enemy brawlers and not far away from them, because they could just shoot at it and then it would just get deleted, you know. So you want the damage. Make sure you position 8-bit's turret far away from enemy brawlers so they cannot get to it. If you have both star powers, both work perfectly for 8-bit, it's just amazing for him. But if it doesn't have the turret, it's just gonna fail pretty badly and doesn't have the boosts it gets you. So make sure to position the turret behind a wall where no one can get to it. Be sure to use the walls around you, any wall, to increase your range. If you increase the range, it's more likely to hit an enemy brawler, of course, with Rico. And especially if you have the star power, it makes more damage when you have bounce shots, sorry. It's just going to be better, so make sure to bounce your shots. If you are able to hit an enemy when Daryl's super is almost ending, that brawler will get not pushed off a little bit, so they won't be able to attack fast enough instead of you, which you can deal a lot of damage, massive damage to them, while they can't do anything. And it also works while hitting multiple brawlers. Penny is an amazing brawler with not many counters in the game. You can place her turret behind any indestructible wall or even any normal wall, and that itself is amazing. It's really great, and that's what makes Penny really strong. One of the best tricks you can do with Carl is to, if an enemy is hiding behind a wall, just throw his attack, then move so that his attack comes back to him and it hits the enemy behind the wall. Also a very good counter option to throwers, since you have his gadget and super, which can bring him very close and just destroy anyone. You can threaten enemy brawlers from just staying close to the walls they are hiding from. Jackie's a very good option in some pretty good maps, if there are some breakable walls, of course, and since there's more walls, I mean, it's even better for her. Gus offers a very useful super, not just for him, but for his teammates. Make sure to put attention to your teammates. If you have your super, just send it to them. Don't worry, get another super, it's fine. Help out your teammates, it's a very good option. And just like that, we are done with the super rare brawlers, and we are also done with this video because it's already 9 minutes long and it's not what I'm really used to. But I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. If you would, please hit the like button. If you didn't, dislike button is your opinion. Let me know if you want to see epics, mythics, legendaries, and chromatics in the future. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.